Okay, I just restarted the YouTube recording and let's continue. So, anything else you want to talk about with the vampire, as you are now haunted by deeply disconcerting visions?
No, I don't want to speak to him anymore, but am I able to travel still? Is it such a hindrance that I can't even
Well,
move?
it's distracting, but now you can still function. He just wanted you to look at the world in a different way, and it's just one success. So, you know, it's not too bad.
I think I'm going to make my way to the Bruja. Um, I'm going to make myself take myself to the Bruja Elysium and maybe
Okay.
wait outside. This passes over a bit before I go in and make a fool of myself.
Okay, you can pick up Jackal or rather Serath and bring him with you, since he will be done with his thing as well, while you are busy looking at the pretty pictures the Malkavian put in your head.
Yeah, somebody can come with me. I'll leave it to somebody to volunteer. I don't want to just pick somebody up and carry them with me.
I mean, you can go and swing by the Chantry while the visions are wearing off. So if anyone wants to go to the Bruja Elysium, you can certainly come along.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that.
I can still heal. Can I still heal my aggravated wound if I do this?
Uh, yeah, I guess so. I mean, you're just socializing, right? You're not doing anything extremely stressful, and I mean, I think that's okay. I mean, I did allow you to sort through the books, and as long as you take it easy, you'll be fine. It's like
Okay,
if
I'll be.
it's non-stop action, then you're in trouble, but other than that, you can just chill. So you're coming
I'll be
along?
going my. Yeah, I'm going on. I'll be in my trench coat and normal gear, normal day-to-day gear.
Are any of you
Same as
bringing
I was.
weapons?
Well, is it illegal? I'm quite pretty sure it's illegal to have any to attack anyone in the Elysium. So but I will be taking my sword, or since the land around our Chantry is pretty filled with Sabbats, so I'm guessing they will be accepting of that, since
Yeah, well, it's essentially okay to carry weapons, but the moment you draw them, everyone's gonna be at your throat. So that's generally the consensus. As long as it stays holstered, you're good.
And I'd also like to note that I've changed out of my suit. I would like to be wearing street clothes as to not look totally pretentious.
Alright, perfectly fine. So you quickly change and head over. Do you want to join them, Karen?
In Elysium? Yeah, sure.
Alright, so you may place yourselves on the map and go ahead and mingle.
Alright, mingle.
Okay, you head straight on in. Emmet here, also known as Corbin Dallas in other worlds, just nods at you, and he's holding a bat, so it's kind of a, you know, I know you could cause trouble, but I know you're smarter than that, so just, be cool, and we'll be cool.
I thought I put my token on the map again.
Do you want me to place it for you?
Yeah, sure, but I'd like to learn myself as well.
You grab it by the name in the journal, and you drag it. There, I deleted it for you so you can try it yourself.
Yeah, I can't even find my picture anymore.
Just it's the characters folder and the players subfolder. You should be able to see your character in there. I mean, I can just place it for you, and you can experiment after the session, right?
Go ahead and do it for me, and I'll do it later.
Okay, so are you gonna talk to the vampire wearing lots of makeup and holding a cat?
Is that a hint as to who I should speak to?
No, but you could. Karen is certainly close to him.
Where's Borat at?
That's a him? I thought it was a her.
That's him? That's Borat?
Well, I mean, there is the cat, right? And
Yeah, I'll go ahead and speak with him.
That's the primogen of the Malkavians. You do not remember the time that the primogen of the Toreador mentioned a cat being fed blood by a certain primogen of Malkavians?
I remember, but I also remember seeing a picture of a guy in a Speedo. So, I mean, I was a little confused.
that's another Malkavian. Borat is the spying guy. He tends to organize any operation that requires, you know.
I just got lost.
Can you see your token?
Yes, is this the right one?
That guy is. No, that's not Emmett. That's his. That's Brett. That's his essentially lieutenant, second in command. He keeps the order in the Elysium while the Prusa Primogen is away. He's essentially a lackey. The Malkavian Primogen is up near the top. The guy here that you're standing next to is the Bruja Primogen. He just nods at you. Well, hello there. Do you come bearing gifts?
No, I do not. I don't see any other tokens.
Yeah, I could add a few more if specific characters come up, but you can assume that there's a good dozen and a half vampires here. They're just not all important enough to have tokens of their own. But you can assume that there's a good few more of them. I mean, if you want to talk with the Malkavian Primogen, you certainly can, or you could just mingle and talk with some of the other people. It's up to you.
I'll mingle for now.
Okay,
Who am I talking to right now? Who is this person?
the Malkavian Primogen is actually gonna speak up as you saunter off after proclaiming that you have no gifts. You really are a horrible and mean Tremere. The least you could do is be polite after the horrible naughty things you've done.
Perhaps you're correct. And maybe I was a bit too hasty, but I'm looking for information.
Information on what?
I spoke with another Octavian at the Toreador Elysium earlier, and he told me a little story about someone, a ninja, killing another person.
Yes, the ninja. He has been talking our ears off about how he gloriously ambushed another ninja. Apparently he feels like he's practically gone up in rank, or he should, given how he has defeated another silent killer.
Well, I would love to speak to this person. Could I be granted an honor?
He looks at his cat, meows at it, hisses at it, clearly trying to communicate it, and strangely enough the cat responds back, almost as if they're holding a conversation. And the Malkavian Primogen nods for you to head further back into the junkyard. So I'm just gonna put the ninja on the thing. I do believe this is the correct guy.
Good day,
Yep.
sir.
He bows at
Malik.
you very formally.
I am Malik Wormwood, and I heard that you might have disposed of a mutual enemy of ours today.
Are you questioning my honor? Of course I disposed of him. There is no might about it.
I meant no offense, and I apologize. I just came to ask you, was this person perhaps a bit younger?
The art of the silent killer does not recognize age.
Ah, yes. Well, you see, we encountered someone with a obfuscate in our chantry earlier tonight. Someone who was working with the savant.
Well, it's
And
not
I-
earlier tonight, it was 4 days ago, I think, at this point.
4 days ago, excuse me. And I believe we might have encountered the same person, you disposing of the one that we had trouble disposing of earlier. So, my deepest thanks for doing so.
Well, if you require any lessons, I would certainly be happy to enlighten you.
I've had enough enlightenment in that
There
regard.
is never enough enlightenment, my dear. There is never enough enlightenment. We should always strive to better ourselves.
Perhaps so, but I would like to talk a little more. Did you speak to this person? Did he reveal any information before he drew his final breath?
No. We had information that he was a bot, so I just ambushed him when I recognized him. I didn't even show myself until I struck. He didn't last long. He
My
did
deepest
have
thanks for-
a rather bloody hoodie. It looked like someone had taken a good solid chunk out of his shoulder at some point, judging from the amount of dried gore. You will recall that you winged the bastard with your shotgun previously.
I don't know what other kind of information I could get out of at this point. Does anybody have any suggestions?
Well, you have as good a confirmation that the guy in question is probably dead by now as you're going to get, so... I mean, you can keep asking.
I will take my leave of you, sir, but I would like to let you know, thank you for doing this, for disposing of this person.
My pleasure. Always a pleasure. And if you do change your mind about educating yourself, I'm sure you can come in contact with me and I'll be happy to teach you.
Thank you for your offer, sir. Perhaps another time.
He bows to you and, you know.
Anyway, I have to start going, so.
I think we can more or less wrap up the session here actually anyway, so
Yeah.
if someone has anything more they would like to add, or anything more you would like to do, you may do so, but you know.
What would the role to be to socialize in the Bruja Elysium?
I don't know, what do you think is appropriate? I mean, we can start with that next time. I think we need to handle experience. So you get 2 points as base, and you can get an extra point for extreme badassery, or and character growth is another point. So any moments of emotionally defining nature or anything your character might have learned for you guys for extra experience.
Yes. I think so.
Alright.
The part where I got essentially blackmailed into fucking us all over by the primogen of the not Ventru. Toreador is probably a thing that could count, right?
So you learned an important life lesson about being more careful in the future. Okay.
Yes.
What about you, Karen?
I learned that I told you so.
You essentially learned that the Lord was right and these people are idiots then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, Malik?
I learned my lesson about the Malkavians today, and that I shouldn't take them up on their offers so eagerly. I should sway the conversation away
So
from
they're
it.
not as harmless as they appear at first glance, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, so you may add 3 experience points each, and yeah, we're gonna continue with this next Sunday. So
Can I expend my experience points before you leave,
yeah,
Chris?
you have been having enough relatively restful time, and there might be more combat next session. So with my approval, yes, you can spend some of that experience. So what do you want to buy? Auspex 2?
What would it be? 7 XP? Or
It's 5 per level of in-clan discipline, so Auspex 2 would be 5 points.
yeah, I could do that.
I mean, you could always buy something else. It's up to you. It's your experience.
What
Like
Auspex-
some aspects.
Malik?
Would Auspex 3 be 10 then?
Yes, Auspex 3 would be 10.
Okay, well, I'll just say my XP.
Okay, just make sure that it's correctly written down. I'm gonna add yours to your sheet then, Karen, since you apparently are already
Thank you.
out of the...
Yeah.
Okay, so next week then, guys. I'm gonna end the recording here, and you know, I'll unplug all the audio stuff, but I'll be in the chat for a little while longer if you want to ask anything.